Tonight on Team Voodoo Adventures.
It's a white belly. That should be her.
We're on a primitive campsite on our lease on the side of the Ouachita mountain. And it's a first for me to be out here, to be able to hunt. We just want to show y'all we're really doing it like it's being perceived. We're out here, we're hunting, we're eating it. Nothing's going to waste.
All that and more next.
As you can clearly see, this is not the Atchafalaya Basin. No, this is the southeastern Oklahoma side of the Ouachita mountain range. This red clay covered landscape, full of bluffs, clearings, creek beds, saddles, and unlike other mountain ranges, runs east to west instead of north to south. Many friends of the show have been telling me that this place is not only a beautiful landscape, but a haven for all sorts of wild game. On this adventure, we're looking to fill our whitetail tags. However, there were some invasive game present that we didn't mind taking care of. So we hit the road heading north, a 6-hour drive to a view this cage will never forget. Torrential rains the week before our trip made the off-road drive over low water bridges very interesting. Luckily for me, we brought along an expert tracker who's familiar with these ranges. A great friend of the show, Mr. Donnie Bozeman. Getting a lay of the land is vital when hunting a new area. You have to be somewhat confident that where you set up a stand is in an area that the game traffics. After locating a few prime spots, it's time to get to work on setting up shop. On this trip, I'm shooting a crossbow. A recent neck surgery wouldn't allow me to draw a bow for quite some time, so I went with this method. One early morning on the southern side of the range allowed me a perfect advantage to fill a doe tag and balance the herd. Luckily, she only ran about 60 yards up the hill before expiring. And when you're hunting inclines, it's best if your recovery is mostly downhill. A few days later, on the eastern side of the range, another beautiful doe makes her way along a trail that borders the edge of my shooting lane. At this point, we only had been seeing does, so this was a good time to fill another tag. As she runs up the hill, another doe in the area seemed pretty unfazed by the shot. This goes to show you, an unpressured area will keep the deer herd very calm. The light was fading fast, and it was a long ways down the mountain to get help, so a late night search proved to be difficult. And after losing the blood trail, we decided to wait until morning to continue.
It's a white belly. That should be her.
What happened is last night we shot her, it got dark on me. I went back to go get Nathan and we ate and we decided, I'm a little full, we're not gonna come back out here. I also reviewed the footage on the shot. It looked like a good shot, but man, I was questioning how far back it might have been. So we're gonna leave her be. It dipped down into the low 40s last night, so she's absolutely fine. I picked up the first trail camera that we had right here. I look across the woods, I see a white belly right there. It's gonna make for an easy drag not doing it in the dark. Well, we got up to her and the coyotes got her back half. I'm not sure about the roast. The shot was about, I'm gonna say about 4 inches behind her shoulder. That's why, we was worried about the shot. She's pretty stiff, so she probably did die pretty quick. We could have came got her last night, but we was in doubt of, we didn't want to push her back up the next mountain over here. Well guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on salvaging what I can on her. You guys check this out. All right guys, we're over here at Guardian Preservation Systems today. I'm here with Jim and Josh, and they're gonna show us exactly what their product does.
Certainly. What we have here is a moisture bearing material, and what we're gonna do is package up any type of equipment, electronics, pumps, anything you can think of for long-term storage. Our process involves purging with inert gas. What that does is removes all the oxidizing agents from the atmosphere. That item can now be stored long-term without any risk of corrosion, moisture, debris, anything like that.
Is there any size restrictions on the products? Can it be real small? Can it be real big? Or is there certain sizes y'all can and can't do?
We can go from anything as small as you can imagine, basically up to the size of a vehicle, or even bigger if you'd like.
How long does the material actually protect what you're putting inside of it?
It's indefinite. Once this item's stored and created, as you see in the process we're about to do here, there's really no time limit to it. Basically what we'll do is gonna actually purge the inside of this bag with nitrogen. And at that point, we actually use our meters and sensors to detect how much moisture is left inside. At that point, once we find an acceptable level, we'll actually go ahead and vacuum seal that equipment Basically, at that point, it's preserved.
So, Mr. Jim, once this is all done, how do you know what's inside the bag if you have several products?
Oh, good question. Let me show you on this finished product over here. On every package we do, we put one of our Guardian chips on. I've got a little app on my phone that'll read that chip. I can come up and scan it, and within just a few seconds, it'll pull up any documents, pictures that we put on here. And here's the meters before, a picture of the gearbox, the finished wrap product. All that information is right here, basically on the chip, where we've got all the pictures, the documents, inspection reports, steel mill certifications, hydro testing reports, whatever the client wants to give us to associate with that Guardian chip.
So y'all could have 100, if not more, boxes all the same size.
Right.
All you need is that little chip on there, and you can walk through your warehouse and see exactly what's in every single box.
That's correct.
That is awesome.
Yes, sir. So, Jude, one other thing we do is we build crates to fit the equipment. Like these crates here we built with the Cornerstone valve seats. We build vinyl jackets
Oh, goodness.
to fit. Okay, this is a 50 by 35 foot jacket here for a customer, but we build custom fit jackets for single flying lead reel covers, calm buoys, any type of equipment that needs to be protected from the UV. Make a great fit for boats and ATVs as well.
So any size.
Any size.
Golly.
Any size.
Check them out, guardianpreservation.net.
Right now at Ardco Equipment, get the best deals on all our implements and attachments from the top brands in the country. And now, for the first time ever, all Yanmar tractors come with a 10-year, 3,000-hour powertrain warranty. Get more time in the field without the worry of wear and tear on your engine, drivetrain, transmission, or axles. Come into Ardco Equipment today to see all the top brands available for rent or purchase. And see why we say, when the only road is no road, it's Ardco Equipment. Team Voodoo knows how to get around South Louisiana, and that's in a Chevrolet Silverado Z71, nicknamed Ogan. Service Chevrolet Cadillac is your access to the latest and greatest Chevy has to offer. Located on Ambassador Caffrey, this is your one-stop shop for Cadillac and Chevrolet. Stop in today and let them put you in your next adventure.
The beautiful and majestic ranges of the Ouachita, home to an amazing variety of wild game species. And as the season progresses, you'll be seeing more of this place, as well as back home in the swamp. We had an incredible deer season this year, and after studying trail cams for weeks, we have our hit list of bucks to go after. But in keeping with our doe theme of this adventure, this beautiful nanny appeared early season in the swamp, around the time we made it back from our first trip to the mountains.
Had the 40-yard pin on her, and I let it fly. I'm gonna get down and go check my arrow. I did not have an Illuminoc on that arrow, and I regret it now because I looked at the footage. I can't really tell. I mean, the arrow's flying so fast, I can't see nothing. I was dead set on her, squeeze the trigger. I'm gonna go check that arrow. I'll let y'all know.
But back up in the mountains, the sun is setting after the recovery of our dope from earlier, and this team is getting hungry.
What we did was took everything we could off the deer. And that deer was shot yesterday afternoon. We went this morning, cleaned it. What we did, we took the back strap off of it and we put it marinating. Italian dressing, Worcestershire sauces, and some mustard. And when I went to make an afternoon hunt, we put it in there, we put it back in the ice chest. It's been marinating all afternoon. We have some Camp Dog fish fry in a Ziploc bag, and we put them in there. And what we're doing, we're shaking them up real good. Make sure they're getting all coated up with that Camp Dog. Now, we use the fish fry to fry the backstrap. We love the way it tastes. Also, we came camping, we didn't think we could be frying backstrap, and that's what we had in the storage box, so that's what we're using tonight. Come on over, we got the grease. Grease is nice and hot. We already got a couple of them that were done. If y'all wanna scope on that out. We also fried a couple potatoes in there, you know, semi-French, so you want French fries. Drop them into the hot grease. And we're probably gonna give them 10-15 minutes. We're gonna pull one out and we're gonna make sure it's cooked enough to what we want. I want y'all to take notice. We were lacking in tables at the campsite, but we always bring our swamp box. And right now the swamp box is actually our table while we're cooking. It holds everything for us. Just another thing we can use it for out here. But you can't get no realer than this. That deer was walking around the woods yesterday. It is now being fried up right now. Sitting out here, y'all can hear the creek behind me. We're on a primitive campsite on our lease on the side of the Ouachitas mountain. And it's a first for me to be out here, to be able to hunt bear, turkey, deer. You know, if one scares you and he's coming to get you, I guess you can say mountain lion out here. We're also in the same state that has elk, pronghorn. They have several wing sports out here. You got your ducks, your pheasants, quail. They have all of that out here as well. So we're doing a pretty much a Cajun abroad, and I got a lease out here. We got the first deer of the year out here in Oklahoma. Cooking it up with some old Camp Dog with the assistance of our swamp box. And that's gonna wrap it up for today's show. We just want to show y'all we're really doing it like it's being perceived. We're out here, we're hunting, we're eating it. Nothing's going to waste. But we're out here, we're doing it real. Cooking what we killed, getting the footage for y'all, showing y'all a very, very, hopefully impressive show. Hopefully y'all are gonna be very entertained. This is what we have to look forward to. So until next week, go ahead, subscribe and like to our YouTube channel, guys. Check us out on Facebook as well. Like our Team Voodoo page, Instagram. And if y'all have any questions or comments, let us know. Let us know what y'all enjoy. Let us know what y'all would like to see us doing in the future. Until next week, this is your host, Jude McKay, out here on the side of a mountain. That's right, not in a swamp. Wishing you well and hoping we see you next week for Team Voodoo Adventures.
All my years on the run, chasing hell, drinking devil's blood. I never caught a fire that could ever slow me down. Even fighting in the war, dodging lead, breaching rival doors. I never took no heat that could ever strike me down. Oh, when I'd come home, glory, hallelujah. Oh, your love had a way of knocking me on down. All my days in the woods, just a blade and a point to prove. I never picked a fight that could ever put me down. I'd come home, glory, hallelujah. Oh, your love had a way of knocking me on down. Every time I cry and sing the blues, nothing else I'd rather do than be helpless in your arms.